Welcome back to Legendary Melt Games. I'm your host, Joe, and we are starting this one off right back at the Cabot house to finally put an end to the Cabot quest line.
That was Edward. He's at Parsons, the old asylum. They're under attack by raiders. It's strange. The guards have held off raiders before without any trouble. I don't know what's gone wrong this time.
I found Imogene. She's fine.
Oh, yes, good.
Thank God. At least one small comfort on this terrible day.
You'll be wanting to be paid, of course. Edward usually handles these things. Caps is what you use for currency, isn't that right? Here, I hope that's the right amount. Now, we really need to focus on the current emergency.
How can you be so callous about your sister's safety?
I wonder if these could be the same raiders that stole that last shipment. If some of them had used the undiluted serum, it could explain their unusual success against Edward's men.
What exactly does this serum do?
I suppose it's time you knew. The main benefit of the serum is to halt aging. My family and I are all over 400 years old. But it also confers other side effects, especially in the undiluted form that the raiders stole. It increases strength and resistance to all kinds of physical damage. So at least some of these raiders may be much more dangerous than the ones you're used to dealing with.
I think it's time you told me what's really going on at Parsons.
You're right. It's past time you knew.
Jack, are you sure it's wise telling him all this?
My father, Lorenzo Cabot, is confined in Parsons. He became dangerously unstable after handling an artifact he found on an archaeological dig in Arabia. He gained various seemingly paranormal powers, as well as becoming increasingly irrational and violent. In the end, I had no choice but to confine him, for his own safety, as well as ours. In the course of my attempts to cure him, I discovered that the artifact had introduced anomalies into his blood. So the source of his insanity is also the basis of the treatments that have prolonged all our lives. The irony isn't lost on me, but if he were to escape from Parsons, I would lose my father forever. I will not allow that to happen. Not to mention that the artifact has made him paranoid, homicidally violent, and endowed with extraordinary abilities.
We'd better get to Parsons right away then.
Exactly right. Before we go, I need you to understand something. When we get to Parsons, you need to do exactly what I tell you. Nothing more, nothing less. Is that clear?
I'm not that great at taking orders.
Then it's time to learn, or neither one of us is likely to leave Parsons alive. Make sure you have whatever you'll need for a serious battle. I'll wait for you outside.
Jack, be careful. And try not to hurt him.
I love Father at least as much as you do. But you know as well as I do that if he gets free, there will only be one option.
Don't let it come to that, please.
I'll do my best, Mother. And if Imogene finally comes home, for God's sake, don't let her leave again until I get back. Now, I really do have to go.
All right, now we have ourselves a game plan.
want?
Let's fast travel back to Parsons State Insane Asylum.
Edward's men seem to have given a good account of themselves. But not good enough, sadly. We need to get to my office. From there, we can see how bad things really are. Okay, stick close, follow my orders, and I'm sure everything will be fine. Let's go.
Who's there? I heard that this place was... Sorry, Doc. I don't think this one's gonna make it.
Truer words have never been said, MacCready.
Door's blocked from the other side somehow. We'll have to find a way around.
Nothing.
Of course, you knew we weren't just have a straight
No way
shot
to
there.
kick this.
So commence the raider assault. Now, I have a pretty good suspicion that the entire idea behind all of this is Lorenzo's using his powers to convince the raiders to come set him free. I have a feeling this is not the first time this has happened, considering they already had a plan in place for how to deal with this, but it just so happened that this time we got caught up in the whole scheme. So, this is notoriously one of those quests where I just do not like either outcome that you are faced with. You know, it kind of reminds me of Cranberry Bog, how I wish you had another option to heal the Gibbons family, or at least do something for them. But no, in this one, it is very cut and dry. Either Lorenzo lives, or he doesn't. not even spoiling anything. We're literally about to do this. So, the main reason I went ahead into doing this quest is mainly because we end up getting the Charisma bobblehead here. Since we've had the Charisma maxed out since the very beginning, just about, we absolutely want this thing. That way we can have our Charisma at 11 so we can pass any red speech check without needing any sort of clothing to increase it. So this way we can wear whatever armor we want and be able to pass any speech check in the game. So, this is crucial. We're also going to get another perk magazine here before we leave. And we are finally going to get Nick back and start our confrontation with DiMA. So yes, we are getting right back to Far Harbor as soon as this is taken care of. So, let's go ahead and work our way over here. We are ultimately looking for Edward. We know that he led the assault against the raiders to try and keep them out of getting downstairs, but he wasn't able to take them all on himself. So it's now our job to come in and make sure the raiders do not get to Lorenzo to free him. Because the whole idea is the artifact that gives him the powers he has pretty much driven him crazy. And the reason I say I do not like either option for this quest is because if he lives, pretty much everyone dies. And if he dies, pretty much everyone dies. It's pretty much a no-win situation. And these rad roaches are absolutely not going to stop us at this point. It's almost funny to see them this late in the game, but let's go ahead, get them out of here, and go save our friend. Alright, I'm pretty sure Jack can handle at least one of them. Let's keep going. As you can see up there, we are right on top of the bobblehead. It's going to be right here with Edward on the table. You literally can't miss this one because the whole dialogue happens right around it. So now we got all our items. We are just waiting for Jack to catch up, and there's Edward.
You okay?
I just need to rest here a minute. I'll be all right.
Edward, the fact that you can't even get up makes me think you're absolutely not going to be okay. I think you're just putting on a face for us. And MacCready, I absolutely agree. This place is an absolute disaster area since the Raiders moved in. So let's go ahead, wait for Jack to ever decide to come over here to help us.
How badly are you hurt?
I'm not dead yet, but I don't think I can get up.
You kept them from using the elevator?
Yeah. I sent the elevator down to the basement, like you wanted, and shut it down.
Good.
Shot quite a few of them before they decided to leave me alone in here. Haven't seen anybody for quite a while. I think. It's hard to keep track of time.
Are you sure you can't get up? I could really use your help.
Yeah, Jack. I'm pretty damn sure.
Well, then don't worry about it. Me and your friend here will have to take care of things ourselves. They've definitely reached the basement, although I don't understand how they knew how to get past it. It doesn't matter now. We'll have to go through the abandoned part of the building. It looks like the Adrenaline field is still functioning, although several of the security doors in the basement have already been breached. We'd better hurry if we want to stop them. They seem determined to reach Lorenzo for some reason.
What exactly is going on here?
I suppose it's time you knew. It's hard to overstate exactly how dangerous the artifact has made Lorenzo. In addition to being homicidally psychotic, he has also gained enhanced strength and unusual resistance to most kinds of physical damage. He also commands a kind of local telekinesis, which appears to be projected by the artifact itself. Now, we need to get to the basement before these intruders find a way to set Lorenzo free. Follow me.
Hell yeah.
And this is why I said it's physically impossible to miss the Charisma bobblehead. It is literally right in your face as he's talking to you. So, MacCready, we haven't talked to you in a while. How have things been going on your end?
Well?
Hey, got a second?
Take this. You're gonna need it.
Your thoughts?
Man, I could really use a cigarette.
Your thoughts?
Play your cards right, and we stand to make a whole lot of money.
Nothing else I needed.
Sure.
MacCready is such an odd character to max out, but very rewarding once you get his perk. Basically, the whole gimmick is you just have to think like a mercenary. Don't kill people for the heck of it. Kill people if there's money involved and you're actually taking a quest or a mission, because mercenaries have standards. And he obviously likes when you are rough and tumble with people because he was a gunner, so it's very, very unorthodox playing with MacCready. You basically have to be a brute, love money, and only kill if the job requires it.
You guys got me stirred up over nothing.
So very, very bizarre set of things to work with, but his perk is literally one of the better ones in the game. So you absolutely want to make sure to get it, and the Raiders are absolutely going to get it, especially when our sniper rifle is going straight through their head before we even fire. That's how you know we are doing peak damage right here. Now we have the main door open and are working our way around into the abandoned section of the Insane Asylum, as if this section somehow looks pristine or something. Let's go ahead and finally use the strongest weapon we've been able to get in the entire game. I mean, this is the one we teased about last time, and now you're going to get to see it in full force in this episode. Not just here, but also when we get back to Far Harbor here in a minute. So, you're going to get to see just how well it works on the normal Commonwealth enemies and how well it works on the enemies of Far Harbor. So, let's go ahead and use our equalizer. Let's just say pretty much nothing can stand up to this thing. I mean, literally nothing. And if they vaporize like that, there's a good chance that it'll drop nuclear material, which is very good for a lot of your high-end weapon mods. So, definitely, if you can, try to vaporize the enemy, because nuclear material is hard to come by. As we go ahead into the back section of the Insane Asylum, and now is when things are going to get more on the creepy side. This area is literally flooded with raiders around pretty much every corner, so having a good weapon like this that takes them out lightning quick is almost imperative. As you can see, literally 3 of them just the second we come in the door. And we haven't even got down into the main basement yet. So let's keep it moving as we go floor to floor on our way to the very, very creepy Resident Evil style basement. Now, what do I mean by that? Any fans of Resident Evil and Silent Hill series can probably see a lot of similarities once we get into this part, because you've got rooms that connect by broken walls, you've got the broken wall textures, and you've got all these switches to let you into the padded cells. I mean, this immediately reminds me of the hospital from Silent Hill 2, and it reminds me of the underground labs of Resident Evil. Once you get to the Umbrella Labs at the end. I think this is such a great merger of a lot of the horror game tropes. I mean, especially those broken walls just give you a feeling of unease that something's going to be on the other side shooting at you. And that something can see you, especially when you see all those enemy signatures right beside us. I mean, look at the radar down there. And then, of course, the mannequins don't help. All of a sudden, we turned into condemned criminal origins. So let's just blow up the mannequins and blow up everything else that wants to come into our hallway as we defend this area with our lives. Literally, the heavy weapon plasma Gatling weapon just pretty much vaporizes anything on the spot. As you can see, we are still out of 35 different fusion cores, and I think I finally figured out how it's using them, because I was checking my inventory yesterday. It seems like it's just using parts of a bunch of different fusion cores, because when I looked at my inventory, I had about 20 different fusion cores that were half drained. So it is using ammo, and we know how expensive the fusion cores are to buy, but the good thing is when they run out, you can sell them back for just as much money as if they were bought full. So definitely make sure to not toss the empty fusion cores away. You can still make a lot of money off of them. As we finally make it to the elevator and get to the basement, this is what everything has been building to. They clearly have already gotten down there with Lorenzo. So the real question is, how in the world are we going to deal with this? Are we going to set him free so he can go on a rampage of his family and be set loose on the Commonwealth? Or are we going to put a stop to it here? Really, either option is not great.
Kill everyone you see. Don't hesitate. We can't let them release Lorenzo.
So good thing is, as you can see, they at least do have security measures in place, even if a breach happened down here. Considering they are hundreds of years old, you know this has happened before. This is definitely not a new thing to them, especially when Edward kind of gave it away when he said he doesn't like raiders being so close to this area. It's as if Lorenzo has pulled this multiple times in the past. So let's go ahead now that we are down here and finally made it to a control room. So there's the elevator that was locked down by Edward. Let's see what Jack has for us.
Those idiots are trying to shut down the Abremlin field. That's the only thing keeping Lorenzo from breaking out of there. We need to get in there and stop them.
Hello, Jack. It's been a long time since I've had the pleasure of a personal visit.
Father, I will stop this.
My powers have grown, Jack. The artifact still has so much to teach me. Once I am free, I will be happy to teach you too.
You know I can't let you out until I can remove the artifact. Let me see. Lucifer's balls. They've locked down all the security doors. I'll have to open them one by one from here while you work your way down the hallway. Quickly now.
That's right. You need to shut down the containment field in order to open the door.
Shit, they're breaking through the security doors! Hurry it up!
I'm opening the main door. Hurry! The Abremlin field is down.
So as you can see, Lefty is the guy who got roped into all this, and unfortunately, Lefty is no match for that absolutely absurdly powerful weapon. As you can see, he actually got some of the mysterious serum, so Lorenzo definitely made a deal with these guys. There's no doubt about it. And again, try to vaporize if you can. Lorenzo's constantly tried to convince us to help him.
Before nothing can hold him. It's not too late. It will take some time for him to regain his powers. We still have a chance to stop him.
Don't listen to my son. He's the crazy one. You know this. Look at what he's done to me.
I built a failsafe into the containment grid. Switched the 4 Abremlin generators to manual override, and I can flood his cell with a lethal dose of Zeta radiation.
Do the right thing. Open this door and let me out.
Do not listen to him. This is what he does. Surely you can see that. As soon as you set the Abremlin generators, I can end this. Yes! Now set the other 3 generators and I can end this.
Please, just open the door.
That's it! Don't worry, the Zeta radiation won't harm you. I'm sorry, Father. I did everything I could to avoid this. I believe I was close to finding a way to remove the artifact.
Liar! You'd fed upon me here forever if you'd had your way, puny worm. Do you truly think you have the power to destroy me?
Goodbye, Father.
You know, Wilhelmina will never let him live this down, and honestly, the only reason I went this route is literally because you can see him randomly in the Commonwealth with dead ghouls. So he does continue his murderous rampage beyond just the Cabot
We didn't have
family.
any other choice, did we?
What would he have done if he'd gotten free?
Oh, he would have killed both of us. And then the rest of my family. And that would only have been the beginning. His crimes, back when he was free. It was only because of my family's influence that he ended up here, rather than on death row. The world now, it's a world made for monsters. Nothing could have stopped him. No, I've answered my own question. We truly had no choice.
I'm sorry about Lorenzo.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Before you go, I couldn't have done this without your help. I think this is fair compensation. I won't be needing your services after this.
Saving your family's gotta be worth more than that.
You know, I was so close to understanding the artifact. Now that I can study it directly, I may be able to do something useful with it. Come back and see me at Cabot House in a week or so. All my research may not have been completely in vain.
Excuse me.
I only wish I'd been able to find some way to cure my father before it came to this. I still believe that with a little more time...
So as you can see, Jack's whole idea is to try and make the best of a bad situation. Meanwhile, we are finally going to make our way back in here, take everything we can from him, just because it is a named suit here. And also, this is where we can get one of our perk magazines. At this point, I believe we're up to perk magazine number 18. I'm telling you, because of how the interactive map labels all these things, it's sometimes hard to make sure we have the right number up there, but I'm fairly positive we're on top of things with 18 of 126. So, now that we are pretty much done here with Parsons State Insane Asylum and the Cabot quest, let's go ahead and make our way out of here. Now, ultimately, we should come back in about a week or two. That way, he will have a special item for us for completing all this for him. But for right now, it's not available to us.
Yeah, what is it?
And MacCready
Need something? Oh, you shouldn't have.
sitting on the job. So let's go ahead and get him swapped out
Nick.
for Nick, who is literally having the time of his life on that pommel horse.
Let's head out. Well, all right.
All right, MacCready can stay here at the Kingsport Lighthouse, and we are going to make our way back to Far Harbor. Now, when we get there, I'm actually going to work on finally establishing a good settlement for us right after we go ahead and take advantage of the level up we have. Everything is maxed except for agility and luck at this point, so let's keep on with agility since that affects VATS. And back to the National Park Visitor Center. This is the settlement I've been working on leveling up. We have a quest.
We run into a bit of trouble with super mutants lately. Finally figured out where they're coming from, at least. We could use some help clearing them out. What do you say?
Of course.
All right, then. I can show you the way if you want some company.
Lead the way.
Stick close.
So, as you can see, super mutants have started harassing our people at that settlement from the Vim Pop Factory. Literally still my favorite dungeon in Far Harbor. That still stands after all this time because there's just so much variety and character put into this place. Now, luckily for us, things like the behemoth and everything did not respawn. So it just got inhabited by super mutants at a lighter scale. But let's be honest, our Gatling laser, as you can see, even on Far Harbor, they are no problem for us. So let's just run rampant through this place so we can finally give our settlement peace of mind and potentially give ourselves another level up. So, as we work our way back through the factory here, we are going to the parking garage, but not quite there because we do have a mutant hound over here as we make our way into the facility itself. What I do love about these quests is it actually does single out where the individual enemies are, so you don't really have to wander around big areas like this completely lost. Alright, so back inside the facility, as you can see here, we do have a few super mutants to get rid of. Now, they are spread out between two major areas in the factory, but luckily enough, as you can see on our compass down there, they do have every single enemy we need to eliminate marked, so it's never a problem of having to chase things down. So, Nick finally back with a searing shish kebab. I'm telling you, somehow I ended up missing that. Just the absolute absurdity of him just slapping things with a flaming sword is absolutely hilarious to me. So let's continue on here as we go back up the main facility. As you can see right there is where we got the custom Vim power armor. And back through, not this way, but downstairs. This is where it gets confusing, is because the Vim Pop Factory is literally multi-floors. And the factory itself is enormous. The map markers help a little bit, but we need to make our way to the mixing vats. that's ultimately be where the biggest cluster of them is. So, let's keep finding our way to the mixing vats. Let's see, avoid anything that says we're going back outside. There we go. Get you out of here, skirmisher. And this thing, as you see, just literally vaporizes things instantly. It is absolutely hilarious. And honest to goodness, I usually play Fallout 4 avoiding heavy weapons, but this is just one you can't afford to ignore. It's just way too overpowered. And just like that, we've got one hiding in the rubble over here. Got him. And now let's make our way over to the mixing section. Now, I'm not sure if the behemoth respawns when this entire cell respawns or not, because this is not a case of the entire facility getting new enemies. This is just for the quest, for the National Park Visitor Center. So, I do wonder, because it would be neat to find new ways to challenge that special behemoth that's here. But as we continue on our way, let's see. Ultimately, what I'm going to be getting into in the next few episodes is we are going to explore the various endings to Far Harbor. Now, there is a multitude of things that we can do with this DLC. For instance, you can activate the wind turbines to flood the city of Far Harbor with monsters, so that the children of Adam pretty much have the place to themselves. Or you can go with the children of Adam's ideals and activate Division, aka launching the nuclear warheads from the submarine base. Or you can get the two to turn on themselves. You can also turn DiMA in for his crimes, or you could take the best moral option, even though it's still a gray area, of overlooking DiMA's crimes, working with him to set up plants in both the Children of Adam and Far Harbor to keep everyone at peace with each other. You know, there's a little bit of deviousness in all of the scenarios to get out of the Far Harbor DLC, but that one is definitely the most peaceful option, because the Children of Adam stay peaceful, the people of Far Harbor stay peaceful and safe, and the people of Acadia stay peaceful and safe. So that is definitely the option you want to go with, and to do that you have to replace Tectus with a synth. So, we will get into various endings and what all quests need to be done after this episode. So, let's go ahead and continue finishing off our Vim plant, because I'm telling you, this one goes out with a literal bang when we get to the roof. So, let's work our way up, because we've unfortunately got a super mutant with the missile launcher. Not only that, we have the bomber up there too. So let's just say everyone is about to get absolutely blown to smithereens. So, get ready, Nick. We're gonna have to revive you here in a second. And thankfully, all of this should end up helping us finish off Nick Valentine. So that way we'll have him done, we'll have Longfellow done, we'll have Piper done, and Codsworth. At that point, we can focus solely on MacCready or Preston Garvey, who actually does give you the best perk in the game, despite the quests he gives you. So, now that we're here, get ready as we literally get blown to smithereens the second we get out on the roof. And if you could stop that enforcer, don't worry, I know there's a bomber closing in, we can hear you beeping, but at this point everyone's already down, so it's not like you're going to do anything special. At this point, we just need to run the heck out of the way. Take out the sniper around the door, and as soon as the bomber goes off, we should have this quest done. Just like that. Broke our legs, almost blew us to smithereens, but luckily you all are unkillable, so let's go ahead, get Nick back, and just like that, the quest is done.
I guess we taught those greenskins a lesson. That's good to hear. We got enough trouble around here without having to deal with it.
Now see, these are the settlement quests I think are really cool. The fact that they literally have their own quests, you get a ton of experience doing them. But now is the serious part. Let's get back to Acadia, and to do the multiple endings, we need to make multiple saves. So first of all, let's go ahead and throw our other level up also into agility. as we just throw everything at that right now. And we want to make multiple saves, because this is where everything's to change. Now, to tell what you're doing, look at different locations. So the save at the door will be the good ending. The save up top will be turning DiMA in. The save at the windmill will be the Far Harbor getting flooded with monsters. And the save with the rubble will be us detonating the nukes. That way, when you go to reload a save, you can see what's on the thumbnail and know which one you're supposed to be doing.
I hope you don't mind, but I had Chase shadow you. She saw you entering and leaving the nucleus. So, what was in my memory banks? Are we closer to resolving the conflict on this island peacefully?
And this is the point where all of our paths diverge, which we'll get to in the next episode. If you've not already, please check out the Fallout 4 playlist. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Some more Acadia videos. We'll see you next time. Take care, everyone.